Hey everyone, it's Joel from the Fun Pimps, and here we are with the first look of Alpha 16. We're pretty much just getting started. We're still planning stuff, but here is a kind of a mountain man beard that I've got on my character, and really happy you guys are here to watch and here for the journey of Alpha 16. So let me get started showing you guys a few things and going over our plans. So pretty much here we are. This is the thread I opened the other day showing some new stuff we're going to be working on, spawn and AI improvements. Create new volume-based sleeper system. If you guys don't know what sleepers are, essentially their zombies will be sleeping inside of houses and they won't just automatically hear you when you're outside. So that will, when you go into a house, there'll be zombies possibly sleeping in various rooms, and they might wake up if they hear you, they might not. You should have an opportunity to stealth kill them. But most of the time they're probably going to wake up and come for you. So inside houses will be, you know, you're not just going to clear the streets and then have all the free loot of all the houses in the whole neighborhood. Each house, there'll probably be way less zombies in the streets. You know, a few obviously for realism and immersion, but generally speaking, they're going to be in the houses locked up. You know, survivors that died and turned, whatever. And it'll make you know, clearing the houses out and the POIs out a lot more dynamic, a lot more interesting, and it'll help the frame rate of the game, not having to spawn everybody in the streets at once for a whole town. It'll just be, you know, clear a few houses out and that'll be, call it a day. You know, I imagine it's going to take a lot longer to get through a town with this new system. You're not going to, you know, be loading up so much gear, and it'll be more challenging and, you know, more in lines of, you know, what we see in every episode of The Walking Dead. You know, they go on a loot run. You've always got walkers, you know, inside the houses somewhere. I mean, that's how Tyrone got killed. He got lost in a photo on a wall, and a little kid zombie snuck up behind him and bit him. So, you know, it's going to be good stuff. We're really excited about it. Breadcrumb system. That's going to be basically zombies will kind of, you're going to leave a vapor trail of scent. So they're going to probably know which way you got into your mine or your in your base. If you plug, you know, right now I'm pretty sure everybody's figured out that zombies can kind of just see through doors and they'll pass through the door to get to you. Well, one way around that is to, you know, barricade your doors with frames and blocks so they can't figure out how to get to you. Well, they're going to know the way you came in, and they're probably going to go for those blocks. So it's going to be in a more intelligent zombie destruction path, the way I see it, and a way better pathing system. So this will probably make cave bases a lot more vulnerable. It's going to you know, it's going to make the whole AI simulation way better. Unified spawning, so blood moon, dynamic, and sleeper spawns, all using partying and dynamic difficulty game stages. So you guys have seen in Alpha 15 the new dynamic difficulty game stages. You know, day 7 is different for everybody depending on how well you do. If you're getting killed a lot, it's pretty easy. If you're successful and in a large team, you're going to get a tough horde. Well, the same thing's going to happen when you go to loot. You're going to have difficulty-based zombies spawning in the POIs. So basically, the game's going to scale using. You know, you're not going. It doesn't mean you're going to come into a bunch of fat cops all the time when you're higher level. It just means there's going to be a chance for that. So it's going to play better, and you know, you might spawn a feral, and you guys have probably seen they run now even during the day. So it's going to be kind of like, oh shit, what did I just do? So I think it's going to be really cool, and you know, a matter of balancing will make it perfect. Lockpicking. I showed this in Alpha 15. It was just kind of a crude temporary programmer art version, but we're going to go ahead and keep working on it and polish it up and get it shippable. So you're going to be able to unlock doors, safes, and whatnot. So you won't always have to just smash your way through. And with you know, the sleepers, and we hope to give stealth a little bit of love in this build. You'll be able to lockpick your way in and not wake them up. Sneak around, get some loot, and get out of there without having to clear the house out. So that'll hopefully, you know, add to the whole sleeper system. You know, we have big plans for stealth. I'm not sure if they're going to make it into this build or not, so I did not list those. And you know, if I'd rather, you know, give everybody a pleasant surprise rather than, hey, you pulled features from us, we were expecting this. So don't expect any stealth improvements, but if they make it in, I'll show them, and we're starting this list, you know, kind of small, and then we'll add to it as we're confident that new stuff's going in. That's a little better approach than saying, hey, we're going to do all these things, and you know, the reality is, you know, you run out of time, and not everything makes it in that you want to make it in. So moving on, more character options. These extend UMA as well. New beards. I just showed you guys one new beard, and there's about 5 new ones that I'll be showing you guys as time goes on that we've already got done. We just have to I just have to hook them up and get them in the game. More hairstyles. Yep. And new clothing. So we've got a flannel shirt coming and some other stuff. So stay tuned. New and redone animals. Replace the bears, stag, and pig. Good news is, the last build we had some rotation problems with the bear. Any of you guys who have used the cheat menu to spawn the new bear in have seen him, you know, rotated, and his arms were all broken and messed up. So we figured that out. That's fixed. And so the bear and the wolf that we did are definitely coming soon. So we've got a new hornet underway. You know, the pig, the stag. Hopefully Asia can get those done. We'll see how this build goes. I'm pretty sure. But you know, I'll be hooking all these guys up, and with a little help of Joe and stuff. But the snake's done. It's just a matter of hooking him up and, you know, getting the wolves in. So the first version, they're going to be hostile. Maybe Alpha 17, possibly, you know, they'll be tameable. Maybe tameable in 16. We'll see how that goes. I don't think so. We're going to try and keep Alpha 16 short and sweet, and not go crazy on scope creep. So we want to get this out pretty fast if we can. So we'll see how it goes, though. You know, that's just always how development works. New and okay, so improved crops. So there's going to be, you know, a few of the old legacy crops like the potatoes, and a few other farmable 2D cards need to be upgraded to 3D better models like the new corn model. And some of the other plants like the yuccas look way better than they used to. So we're going to continue that overhaul there. Redo the main menu. So we're going to work on that, you know, and we're going to add the new dead is dead option. So basically, when you die, your character is deleted, and you know, all the locks on your doors would be changed, or you know, you wouldn't be able to access them, that kind of thing. So it's more hardcore mode. All your skills wiped out. You know, you could probably respawn as a new character, or you know, the same skin or whatever, but you're going to have 0 skill. If you're playing single player, we might even delete your map. I don't know if we're going to go that far with it. We'll see how it goes. We're still kind of fleshing the design out, but you know, the general idea is one life to live, and when it's over, it's over. We've talked about kind of a light dead is dead mode where you can earn lives. So you know, maybe you buy them through with skills and waste some of your points buying a new life if you have those. It's kind of a, you know, arcade mode where, you know, I've got one more life, or I can earn a new life every X points. Well, we'll figure it out. So there'll be a hardcore Dead is Dead, and then there'll be kind of a Dead is Dead light, hopefully, because I kind of want that. I don't know if I'm hardcore enough to play Dead is Dead. I've done it, and it's cool, but it would be kind of nice playing a little bit reckless. So, you know, okay, I died and there's major consequence. This is my last time now. If I die again, I'm done. I kind of like that, a little bit of padding or an incentive to earn. But, you know, there's value for everybody, you know, I mean, so we're definitely putting in options with that. So add zombies run during the day and walk at night option. We also talking about bringing back where zombies run in the daylight, or I mean in the shadows, but we're going to change it so that torches won't slow them down, and so it'll be sunlight only that slows them down. So there'll be another option that you guys can use, and it should be pretty cool. So unified pearl and worm cave system, I think I have some screenshots of that. Let me go find those real quick and I'll be right back. So here's a early preview of a kind of a work in progress version, kind of showing potentially what caves and gravel mines might look like. Basically, these are Perlin worms. They're kind of a procedurally generated network of these little worm-like things, and they're basically going to be, could be gravel that you clear out, and then those round nodes are like caves, or those could be a node of ore, or some of the fingers could be various ores that you mine. And I guess they're pretty fast to generate, and it should be pretty cool. I mean, this is going to be the kind of the final, hopefully the final version. We'll have some better looking caves and way more interesting mining with these little tunnels of gravel that you might clear out with little fingers of ore coming off of the tunnels. This is the kind of concept we're going for. But yeah, this is just a first prototype, proof of concept. The final version will be different, better, and we're all looking forward to it. So moving on, we have the fat Hawaiian shirt zombie is back. So I will probably show him next weekend. The behavior might take some time, where he's got some special behavior, but we're basically looking at him being able to charge and run and do block damage. So he'll have good kind of a warning before he does it. So you'll know, so you better get in there and kill him before he rams your building and messes it up. So should be pretty cool. And some new locations. We're always working on more POIs. So that's pretty much it, and I'll move on to Q&A now. I don't know if this will be in this video or probably a separate one. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. And I hope you enjoy Alpha 15. I know I'm still enjoying it, and I'll probably show my base and a big castle I'm building and a bunch of other cool stuff. I'm on day 50 and I'm just having a blast. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.